Yes, because in Germany,
You look like Son Heung-min
손흥민?
when you first came to Korea. In Korea.
감사합니다. 나중에 만나요. Hello. My name is Christian and I'm from Germany. I'm 19 years old. I have friends of my mom are living in Korea who are helping me out when I am in trouble. Because I graduated high school last year, and in Germany it's normal to do like a gap year. And a lot of students go abroad for this gap year, so this is what I wanted to do too. And most of Germans go to Australia or America, but I've never been interested in these countries, more like in Asian countries. So that's why I chose South Korea.
In next year, you're gonna enter university.
Yes, I'm trying to.
Which country?
I'm thinking about Korea because I don't want to study in Germany, and I think that it's always helpful to study abroad because then I have better chances in Germany.
Okay, so what is your favorite Korean food?
I feel like samgyeopsal for like the most of the people, and I also really love bibimbap, especially like homemade bibimbap.
So did you experience any culture shock when you first came to Korea?
I wouldn't say culture shock because my mom is from Mongolia and the cultures have a lot of similarities. But the thing that surprised me was that how much Koreans show respect towards the older generation.
So what is the hardest part of learning Korean?
I feel like the grammar, because the Korean grammar and German grammar is totally different. So the words are like in a different order. So that's the hardest part for me. I'm really satisfied. The people that are coming here are all really nice, and I always had like good conversations. And it also helped me to get to know the Korean culture more. I think it's good, especially because in Korea you don't have much of the chance to speak English. So I feel like these kind of lessons are really good for them to improve their speaking skills.
So what was the funniest experience you had in Korea?
I feel like back when I was in Daegu last month, I went with my Korean teacher to a food market, and there was an old man coming up to me and my friends, and then he asked my teacher where we are from, and my teacher said Germany, but then the old man was like looking at me really strange, and then he said like he just like put his hand on my face and was like, "You're not German, you look Asian," and that's I think was the funniest story.
What impressed you the most about Korean people?
How helpful they were, because I was scared that when I'm struggling on the street with like directions or ordering food, there's always someone who helped me out. Especially when I also was on a plane, they ordered for me my food. So I was really surprised by that. I didn't expect that.
Is there anything special you want to try in Korea?
It's not like a specific thing, but what I want to experience is like school life, like one day in a Korean school, because you always hear like Korea has the hardest school life, so I'm really interested in how it looks.
On the other hand, what's been challenging?
I feel like the language barrier, especially the first month I was in Korea, I was in Daegu, and in Daegu not many people can speak English really well. So this was like, especially like the first week when I didn't know how to order something, it was kind of hard to communicate.
So you made many Korean friends?
Some, yes. Some really good ones.
So when you meet them, you gonna use English?
We try to use English more because my Korean level is not that high. But sometimes I just like say sentences in Korean that I already know, or when they sometimes when they don't know the word in English, I tell them they should say it in Korean, and then I try to understand it, and so we both learn.
Wasn't it hard to make Korean friends?
At first, it was kind of hard because I didn't know the Koreans, and I grew up like in different countries, so our interest and like our knowledge are really different. But I feel like when you find some similarities, it's pretty easy.
Okay, what is your favorite place?
In Korea, I feel like every convenience store, because in Germany we don't have convenience stores. We have something similar, but it's not on the level of a convenience store, and it's just like pretty convenient to like get food every time, like at any time you want. So
So actually, I remember that you said maybe yesterday so many sleeping on the street in German, but in Korea they never you saw that, right?
yes, because in Germany, especially in Berlin, where I'm coming from, it's typical to see, especially at like subway stations, to see homeless people, which is like, I got used to this look. But when I came to Korea, this was like the first thing I noticed at Seoul Station, that I haven't seen one homeless guy sleeping anywhere. Everything was clean, so this is what surprised me and what I really love.
So if your friends wanna visit here and wanna meet Korean friends, this language change is a good place.
I would always recommend them this because I feel like it's the most easiest way where foreigners and Koreans can interact with. Because for me right now, I don't go to university, so I have no chance to meet others. So I feel like these language exchanges are also a good opportunity.
So is there a city or landmark in Korea you really wanna visit?
I really want to visit Jeju because I heard for Koreans, Jeju is like a famous vacation place, so I want to visit that.
If you could give advice to yourself when you first came to Korea, what would be?
I think I would say don't be too stressed because before I came here, it's like the first time I'm without my parents or like that long apart from my parents, and then also on the other side of the world. So I was kind of stressed and had many sleepless nights before I came here because I was like, oh, what if I don't like get the language fast, and what if no one likes me, or if I don't find any friends. But I feel like everything came pretty easy to me, and until now I didn't had any problems.
Actually, I realized that you look like Son Heung-min.
Son Heung-min?
You know? Soccer
No.
player?
I don't know.
Tottenham.
Tottenham?
Soccer team.
I think I heard his name before.
Look like him.
I think I heard the name, but I don't have a picture in my head right now. Does he look good?
That's good.
Oh.
He's very
Thank you.
good. Okay.
I feel like for Koreans, many told me that they're just too shy to speak English because it's not their native language. But when I spoke with them, after like at first it was sometimes kind of hard, but after like a couple of minutes when they started to talk, they got better and better. And when you don't understand a word, then we just use like the translator on our phone. So I think you shouldn't be scared of talking with foreigners because they're also interested, and I think every foreigner would be happy if a Korean tries to connect with them. 감사합니다. 나중에 만나요.